doesn't work. Okay guys, today we're going to learn about the solar system. We live in a galaxy called the Milky Way. Inside the Milky Way, it's full of billions of stars. Right here, this is the sun. A star in the center of our solar system. Have planets, moon, have planets, asteroids, comets, and dwarf planets like Pluto revolve around it. Also, we have a hypothetical planet called Planet 9 outside of our solar system. It's about so far away. It's outside of the Kuiper Belt. Let's learn about the sun. The sun is in the center of our solar system. The sun is the biggest object in the solar system. The sun, and inside of the sun, see, it might have lava. This is what its core looks like from the inside. The sun also suits solar flare. Now, let's learn about planet Mercury. Mercury, the smallest planet in our solar system. It is the third planet from the sun. And it is the smallest. Have a lot of craters. More in the planet Mars, Earth, and Venus. It's one of the hottest planets. It's not the hottest. It's actually mostly belong to Venus. You mean this planet over here? Let's see what it looked like from the end, what its core looked like. See, this is Mercury's core. Mercury, it is one of the smallest ones. And also, it's one of the hottest. And look at the core from the inside. It looked like lava in there. Next, we're going to planet Venus. Spin backwards. It's not the only planet to spin backwards. Also, Uranus is spinning backwards. It's very hot. It's covered in clouds, you know. People thought it was a star. Sometimes it's known as the morning star. It's the hottest planet. It's covered in clouds, and it used to have a moon for a long time ago. It collided with it. This is what the inside of it looked like. It's very hot. The inside too. Don't go. You can't live in there. You know Venus used to have lava, look at water. Put in Mars. Now we're going to the planet called Earth. It's our home planet. Here we go. This is the Earth. The Earth. The Earth is the only planet with life. Have 2 poles. And also have 7 continents. I live in North America. Then, this is the moon. The moon, or Luna. Its craters form with a lot of objects colliding with it. The moon is the Earth's only natural satellite. You might know there is a second moon the Earth. Well, there was a second moon. It orbits around the Earth's funny shape like this. Its name is 2016 ASO3. It goes like this. It has a funny orbit around Earth. Let me turn it down a little bit. So, you might know the Earth is the only planet with life. And also have satellites, you see. Next, let's go to planet Mars. You might know I have 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos. Mars is still signed with liquid water on it. In the future, Phobos will rip apart from Mars, forming a ring around Mars like this. Do you know the Earth did have a ring before the formation of the Moon from Theia collides with the Earth? Theia was an ancient terrestrial planet collide with the Earth, about the size as Mars. Mars is not. People for a long time they thought Mars was very hot, but we know it's not true. It's very cold. It's one of the coldest terrestrial planets. Also, you might see Limits Mons. It is the biggest mountain in our solar system. Also, it's a volcano. We can zoom into Limits Mons. This is Limits Mons. And the sunset on Mars, its color is blue. Next, let's look inside Mars. Let's look what Mars was inside. This is its core from the inside. And let's see what's the Earth's inside. Because I didn't see it. Also, Mars have a North Pole. And including it might have a small South Pole. It's actually icy water. Now let's see what actually the Earth's core look like from the inside. Actually, the Earth's core, it's inside of it. It's very, very hot. Hotter in the sun. Now, the asteroid belt. The asteroid belt is full of objects. Dwarf planets are in there. Let's go to Ceres first. Ceres. Ceres is the smallest dwarf planet in our solar system. Even if it is the closest dwarf to the sun. You might know, this is what it looked like. Again, you might know. So small compared of the Milky Way. Well, it's not the smallest dwarf planet. There's more dwarf planets much smaller than that. Now let's go to Arrow. Also is a dwarf planet too. This is Arrow. It's also between Mars and Jupiter. Might know. This is where it's located. It does orbit around the sun. It's an asteroid. It circles around our sun. It's located in the asteroid belt too. Next, let's head to Jupiter. Here's Jupiter. This is the biggest planet. Also have moons. Their names are Ganymede, Io, Europa, and Callisto. The biggest moon in our solar system is Ganymede. It's even much larger than the planet of Mercury, but you might know it's slightly smaller than Mars and Earth. Jupiter have a giant red spot called the Uranus system. So big. And also, this is what Jupiter's core look like from the inside. Let's see. This is Jupiter's core. You might know it looks icy from the inside. And Jupiter do not have a solid surface. Jupiter have the powerful storms, much powerful than any planet in the solar system. Now, next planet, we're heading to Saturn. Saturn, it is the biggest, it's one of the next biggest ones. Also have the biggest ring system. But Saturn isn't the biggest object with rings in the galaxy. There is actually an exoplanet, like a gas giant, bigger than Jupiter and Saturn. It's called J1407b. Have giant rings. It also might have a gap in its ring. It could be an exoplanet. It could be bigger than Earth and Mars. And also, Saturn's storm is located at its North Pole. Don't go to Saturn's North Pole. It's very dangerous. If you look deeper, you might see look like there's an eye. It'll look pretty deep. deeper. Like that. Well, Saturn's rings are pretty thin. If you do this, you cannot see it. It has few moons. I know one of them. Well, I might name one of them. Here is Titan. Titan is Saturn's most largest moon. And this is Dion, one of Saturn's smallest moons. And this is Rhea. It is the only moon with rings around it. Might have 3 rings. This is Mimas, a moon of Saturn. Its crater could be created from a large object colliding with it. And this is a moon when it forms around Saturn. I might know it. Sometimes I don't know the name of it. Sometimes I know. It's called Enceladus. Enceladus have ice on it. Sometimes I don't know what the moons are of Saturn. I know some of them. Now we're off to the next planet. We might know. Wait, what are we saying about this? Let's go to, before we go to Uranus, let's check Saturn's core. This is Saturn's core. You might see Saturn have a powerful storm. I think this is the storm. Now we all know about Saturn. Now let's go to Uranus now. Unless this ad stops. Ads are so annoying. And even on YouTube ads too. Here's Uranus. It is the only planet with this tail. Also spin backwards too, like Venus. Uranus's rings also are thin. For a long time, Uranus got tipped over. For a long time, it was from an Earth-sized object collided with it. Now let's talk about two of its moons. I don't know what their name. This is some of their names. Well, this is Miranda, one of Uranus's smallest moons. It orbits close to Uranus. This is Uriel. Uriel, it is Uranus's moons. Also might be made out of ice. Let's check in its core. You might see it has a rocky core in its center. Next planet we're going to is Neptune. Also do have rings. Also Jupiter have rings too. Let's go to Neptune. This is Neptune. Its biggest moon of all it is Triton. In the future, Triton will get closer to Neptune, and Neptune will tear apart Triton, forming giant rings, similar as Saturn's ring system. Now, next, Neptune do have a star named called the dark spot. Neptune also have a second dark spot called dark spot 2. A small dark spot, or known called the lizard eyes. Sometimes they call it like that because it kind of does look like a lizard eye. See, there it is. Now let's zoom closer to it. See, this is what it looked like. Dark spot 2, or known as the lizard eye, because it kind of does look like an eye. And also, Neptune also have one of the powerful storms. Also, its dark spot 2 is also a storm. Neptune's dark spot is about size as the whole entire Earth. Now, and its core also do have a rocky core. Also, you might know its rings. It's kind of young. Have 6 rings. Also have one of the smallest ring systems in our solar system. The gas giants are not the only ones have rings. Also, those are moons like Saturn. Moons like Rio I talked about. Oh. And also, you know there's dwarf planets also have rings? Like Haumea. And also Carnifon. A small dwarf planet orbit between Saturn and Uranus. And Charon. Also a dwarf planet that's in the Kuiper Belt. Also have rings around it. They all orbit the sun. These are the two. There's 3 dwarf planets with rings and 1 moon with rings. Now, we might talk about the outer dwarf planets. You know. Let's head to the Kuiper Belt. This is Pluto, a dwarf planet. You might know it doesn't show its core. Pluto is not the smallest dwarf planet. We still have a moon named Saturn. Pluto's moon system formed from another Kuiper Belt object collides with it. Then material started to evolve around Pluto. Then some material collides forming Saturn. Pluto and Saturn orbit around each other, like a double dwarf planet system. Also, Pluto have a heart shape. It may form from water with some water pipes that form the heart shape, forming the heart shape on Pluto. Kind of look like Pluto. I mean, like the Disney characters. Next, we might see other dwarf planets. Let's see Haumea first. Haumea is a oval-shaped dwarf planet. It's not the only oval-shaped dwarf planet. Right now, we also have rings around it. I talk about Haumea, and also 20,000 Verona, and also in 2002 and 4 also the oval-shaped dwarf planet. Haumea is one of the furthest dwarf planets from the Sun. It's one of the closest dwarf planets to Earth. It's part of the belt. Sometimes it leaves the Kuiper Belt. Some Neptune objects make weird orbits because of Planet 9. Now, Haumea, it is one of the smallest dwarf planets. It's almost the same size as dwarf planet Eris. And for a long time, it was round. Haumea started to. Do you know how Haumea got oval-shaped? For a long time, it had water like Pluto. Then the object, also another Kuiper Belt object collides with it. Also may form moons too. So it may form its rings too. Haumea is starting to spin so fast. Then its edges are starting to stretch over. Also forming its ring system too. So Haumea, it is one of the dwarf planets with that ring with a ring system. Wait for a second to this ad. I don't like ads, they're annoying. This one is Make or Maki or Make. Make, it is a dwarf planet. Also, it's almost about the same size as Pluto, slightly smaller than Pluto. Make is one of the largest objects in the Kuiper Belt. Well, Pluto is the king of the Kuiper Belt. Also, it's part of the Elm with icy objects, and also it's very, very cold too. Oh no! Also, there's a dwarf planet named Eris. that ad again. Eris. Eris is one of the furthest dwarf planets from the sun. Also, it's one of the coldest ones. And also, there's one more thing. There's one more dwarf planet I'm going to talk about, Saturn. It's also one of the furthest ones from the sun, but Planet 9 is far out on the fifth time of the furthest one. Remember, subscribe to my channel. This is it. Saturn's orbit is Saturn have one of the weirdest orbits. See? Because of Planet 9. Well, they think no, Planet 9 it wasn't there. It's got to discover until later. So this is all for now, guys. If you like it, subscribe. These are all the planets. Now you know all planets, moons, dwarf planets. Okay, I might see you later. Bye. I hope you have a nice day. Subscribe, and I hope you like it. I might see you later. I hope you have a nice day. Bye.